Morning. Happy Friday. I hope everyone's having a great morning so far and a great trading session. We are finishing up some high impact news at the moment, so I can start trading again in about 30 seconds. Good morning, Janelle. How are you? Happy Friday. Good morning. So I've only taken one trade so far, and it was a break even, but it did win on my it won on the follower account, of course. And I actually did take it on my personal account as well. So I only have like 130 bucks in my personal account. I just put enough money in there for me to be able to get data, because you have to fund your NinjaTrader account in order to have live data. But my desire is to take at least one trade a day. Usually just take the one trade and just keep it moving. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've already turned it off in the copier, and we just got a little break even in there. But yeah, today starts the task of putting TopStep first. So my TopStep account is going to be the leader, and we're going to do 2 contracts each trade on it and see where we get. We'll see. Slightly red today, no A+ setups. Still got a little bit of time. Stupid YouTube didn't show up again. Oh, sorry. Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? I didn't schedule it out. I honestly be forgetting to schedule out my lives. I need to start doing it better, but this one I just literally scheduled it right when I was about to go live. So kudos to trading in your personal. Thank you. Like I said, I'm just trading one little micro. Whatever my first trade is, it just is what it is. Because eventually I am going to fund the personal account with payout money, and then, as time goes on, I'll start to risk more. But for now, it's kind of where we are. It's kind of where we are. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right. I kind of screwed myself there a little bit. So I'm down a little bit because of it, but it's all good. I saw the numbers wrong. It's all good though. This is another reason why I'm not trading. I'll trade more in my personal account when I'm not making mistakes and stuff, because that's my biggest issue. That trade was almost correct. And you see, I was putting a lot of, it's because I'm double right now. So I was putting double entries. I actually was trying to click the button to not get into the trade, but it just entered me into another one. I didn't realize the order was already there. 103, 780, 781. That's 300, 549. It's all good though. Not tripping. This is the only thing I hate. Alright, so now that's far enough. It's weak. I should have stayed in it at 1. Mm, 44.50. That was almost a trade, but the VWAP, I didn't want it to drop as far as the VWAP. Almost. It was what I was looking for too. I just needed it to not drop that damn far. Definitely shouldn't have traded today. Good morning, Applejacks. How are you this morning? Good morning. Do we have... Oh, no. That's not real news. I have to look at what news event it was. I don't need that anymore. Let me look at a 5-minute chart. Okay. Opens there. All right. 443, 439. All right, so all that's invalidated now. So this is what the 5-minute chart's looking like at the moment. The open was here, pushed up, big red candle. This was probably the news candle. Yeah, that was the news candle. So let's see if we continue the uptrend. But the fact that our first swing after the bias pulled back so far, just kind of don't know. This is trash, yeah. Good morning, new trader. How are you this morning? Applejacks, you didn't trade London this morning since there was 9 a.m. high impact news? All right, let's see what we do here. If we push back up or if we decide to head down instead. Let me just make sure real quick. All right, I want to make sure. Let's see, 4.3. Pretty sure this next pullback is not going to be a valid setup. There was like 4,300 volume in this huge swing up, so we'll see what this swing looks like. Yeah, not enough. So it's showing me that the trend is pretty weak, at least for now. Let's see if this new swing can overtake this previous one. what am I? Plus 20 and then negative 46. Where did that trade close? I can't see it on my charts. 44.70. All right, now we have a strong trend. Although we don't have any, there's no levels below here. So unless we push past the VWAP, reject, and then push back up, it's nothing I could really do except look for the next counter trend divergence setup, which I used to not take on Fridays, but last Friday they were working out, so I'm gonna try to take them today. We'll see what happens. Oh, it was also trash. A whole lot of men this month. Usually it's fireworks galore. Trashy Friday, absolutely. Next week, the day after election, I'm gonna time my whole. You gonna mind your own business. Was that the news drop at 10? ISM was meant to, yeah. I feel like I was telling my mom, I'm like, I just did not like the price action this week, but I'm kind of not surprised since the election is next week. I just feel like maybe after the election, the market will be back normal. I don't know. Oh, did you guys watch Trade Kage's interview? Daryl Martin said that direct to funded or straight to funded, whatever term they use, is coming to Apex at some point in the future. He did say obviously like the payout stuff is gonna be different since you don't have to go through the eval process. Another thing that he talked about was kind of like everything that they had to do for the CME. So remember I was reading you guys what the guy who's supposed to be starting a firm was saying about the CME and how he thinks it's just rumors and stuff. So Daryl Martin said that they had to send like pages and put like a whole packet to the CME to show like how many traders were live, kind of what their process is, and things like that. But yeah. Oh shoot. It was a pretty good interview. There were a lot more questions I would have personally asked, but there was some news last week and got caught in it. Could move anything. Half of it right now. If they keep intraday trailing, then I might be out. Yeah, he did say that they were thinking about, well, you watched it. I don't know if where he said this in the video, but he definitely said that that they were thinking about doing end of day drawdown. I knew I should have taken that. That's not this pattern isn't what I'm used to though, so I didn't take it because right now that's not the pattern I look for. I had only one other trade in the last month that set up like this, and it was a break even, so didn't really know how I wanted that to play out really. But anyway, he was saying that statistically speaking, as much as people complain about intraday drawdown, people pass like 20% more accounts doing trailing than they do end of day, and that's just based on the data that other prop firms put at the bottom of their website saying how many people pass accounts and stuff like that. So he was saying that they were thinking about doing it just from a standpoint of that's what people are asking them to do, even though statistically speaking the way that they have it is actually better. 100% consistency and a few well thought out rules, and I'm in. Yeah. It just didn't fit with my trading. That's understandable. That's definitely understandable. All right, that's kind of messed up. I have to keep my calculator handy sometimes from when the zigzag messes up like that. Oh, shoot, that's not. Oh, that is correct. But we got a buy rotation level there. I would have definitely been looking for this sell if the buy rotation level wasn't there. So let's see how we react here. Okay, and that's really green. All right. 22. Pushing new highs again. I'm really just looking for the next counter trend divergence. Especially coming from a person, account is like intraday. What exactly? Yeah. Green on the freaking FTT. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Hey, we will not complain. We will not complain, especially on a Friday. Okay. Nice. Congratulations. How many more trading days do you need till you request your next payout? Oh yeah, and I did see that Scott made some kind of post in there talking about who's been waiting more than 40 days for a payout or something. And then like 8 people reacted, so he's like, you 8 people and only you 8 people DM me. But it's like, why do you have to go in a Discord and do that? Run the numbers, like run the numbers in your back office. You can see how many people have been waiting that long. Like that's just insane to me. So if people didn't react, they didn't get paid. That's crazy. Legit crazy. 2207. Damn, it didn't change. I needed that to change. We were one tick away from the minor trend changing back to a downtrend, which is what I needed in order to get into this sell. And how come when you denied $10 million in payouts, how come you didn't just go? I know your system shows you in order who's the most, like, who's been waiting the longest. All of those people should have been serviced first, period. Instead of you strategically doing smaller payouts, because you know if you pay out 30 small payouts, that's going to be louder on social media, you know, as far as people posting proof, whatever, than one person that you owe the same amount of money to. Like one of the mods, he requested 19,000, I think all on the same day. And what was it, earlier this week, he was paid out 3,000 of the 19. Where is my money? Where? Like, I would be so pissed. I don't really need to look at my cheat sheet, but I'm going to just in case. I do have to. Is there not enough? You have got to be shitting me. Mm-mm. Yeah, that should have been enough to push. I mean, I was going to break even at I was gonna break even at the right here at the session high anyway, but that's pretty annoying. I got stopped out by good morning, Granny. 38.25 low. Was that a weak level? No. So what the hell? I'm actually surprised I got stopped out. That's like a open and shut, take the money type of trade. My goodness. All right, that's cool though. As long as I'm taking every trade, that's all I care about. Let me make sure there's no. All right, no, there's not. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going for 2 contracts per trade, especially since that's kind of what I plan to do anyway once I'm in the account. So if it blows, I'm okay with it, especially because like I told you guys, I'm only doing 1 contract per trade on the Apex account just in case, it blows. Um, I am probably today going to actually no. I was gonna say I'm gonna probably get another TopStep account, make them 2 weeks apart, but I'm not. I'm actually not gonna do that. I want to wait until these accounts are passed before I purchase more accounts. Period. So let me see. Made it out green by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Ooh. The 4 accounts are like 3 more days of 3 more. Okay. He got approved for 6K. Nice. He admitted months ago he was paying big money first. He used to anyway. Finally got smart in doing exactly. And if it makes sense for someone that claims to be a programmer. Baby, I just don't trust him. I don't. $1.8. I cannot believe I was stopped out. I think I was stopped out by 3 ticks or something. Yeah, I was stopped out by 3 ticks right there. This was so even if this touched the session high, which it didn't, it was 1 tick away from it, I still would have taken that trade. Like that was just textbook. And I actually think in the last month, like in all the data that I have, I'm pretty sure that is the first loss. That's the first loss for the regular pullbacks. The only thing I can think of is one thing I noticed with the VWAP, and this could be for this particular maybe it's for any level, I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at my data. But for the volume pattern, if this was a VWAP, I wouldn't take it if it rotated over the VWAP like that. So I might look in my data to see if there's any more occurrences like this. Like maybe with this particular volume pattern, it can't rotate over any level. I don't know. I won't know until I look over the data this weekend, but we'll see. I honestly like when my trades aren't attached to any level or it just doesn't rotate, you know. It's more so it came up, came down, and only the entry bar touched the level versus the previous reversal and the entry bar. Because this obviously shows that the rejection is happening basically because the level is there, kind of thing. All right, so yeah. I was gonna say, what you gonna go see? Then I read, I don't even know what's playing. Gold falling off a cliff again. Oh, good morning, John. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the sub. Welcome to the fam. Have a seat. Enjoy yourself. Crew 2. Did you trade crew today? I don't know about that one. Just middle. Oh, it pushed up too far anyway. We might end up getting quite a bit of consolidation here. Not only do we have the major resistance level, but there's also the session high. So there's a lot of resistance in this area. So we'll see kind of how we react. So it was weak. You like John? Thank you for answering questions in Discord. You go. Oh, thank you, John. You are so sweet. Thank you. And good luck to you as well. I agree with them. Thank you, Applejacks. Thank you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm not as active as I used to be in the other one, but I'm going to work on that. A lot of times, by the time I'm like away from the chart, especially now that I'm not studying as much, I'm going to be more active. And I'm actually going to create my own Discord as well at some point. At some point. All right, let's see how we react. One thing I do want to look over this weekend, which I don't know if I'm gonna have time or energy, is I gotta get back to figuring out how to trade this counter trend divergence. This was my favorite before, like when I was doing order flow and even before order flow. So I would like to get back to trading that way, but I don't know how. I think I've only found like one consistent pattern so far. So I don't know. I don't know. Of course, we got a 1 bar pullback. Not my fave. Not my fave. I am curious to see. I'm literally gonna look at this when after I journal. I'm gonna look at that. Because that was just so textbook. But I literally have a feeling that I have to treat every level with this volume pattern. I have to treat every level like I do the VWAP. I'm gonna be quite sure. Just gold, still red. You mainly trade? Yeah, I don't trade anything but Nasdaq. I have traded everything you could possibly think of. Um, One of my favorite instruments when I was trading in my live account, my personal account 2 years ago, it was a span from 2 to 5 years ago, so it was like a 3 year span, was bonds. And surprisingly, I traded a lot of ES, but I did trade Nasdaq as well. And I primarily was just intraday swing trading, drawing trend lines. Actually, no, I used an indicator to draw my trend lines, but then I would draw support and resistance levels and basically trade the breakouts of those. It was like a combination of it needing to break both of the levels, and I was profitable. I just was on the charts way too much. So scalping has been something I've been focused on mastering for the last almost 11 months now. And at this point, honestly, my strategy just kind of is what it is. But like this week was probably the week where I was like confident that progress was going to start being made, but you know, the election's next week, so wouldn't you know? But yeah, let's see. But just the Nasdaq, because I feel like if I can master the most volatile instruments during the most volatile hours of the market being open, I don't really need to trade anything else, because as long as I can get like at least 5 setups a session, just like on average, when the market is moving pretty well, I can easily get 10 to 15 setups in a session. I've just been doing a horrible job of actually taking the trades, but they're there. But then this week, there just hasn't been a lot of setups at all, actually. So I've been kind of screwed, but we'll see what next week brings after the election. I wouldn't be surprised if Monday and Tuesday are kind of wonky as well. But yeah, I like my strategy now where it is for the most part. It's pretty easy for me to remember the rules. I've basically been trading it for 4 weeks now. Um, and the rules are just so easy to remember, which I appreciate because my last one was just so hard to remember everything. Um, but yeah, I do still have to look down occasionally, but not much. Not much at all. And I'm just trading volume. That's it. All right, that's going to be invalid no matter what. What's my risk to reward is a 1-to-1. Um, I do 18 tick stop loss, 18 tick take profit. When I am 17 ticks in profit, my stop loss moves to break even. And yeah, that's another reason why it's taken me 11 months to put it together, because I have a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, which is not common on scalping at all, especially in Q. Hell no. That's why most people wanted the 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio for that and for DCAing, obviously. But yeah, 1-to-1. And like my stop loss is really tight. Like basically, like if I was to get into a trade, price cannot come more than, basically price can't go beyond the open of my entry bar, because my stop loss is 1 tick beyond it. So yeah, I started off trading without volume, and then about a month later I added a volume component in there, but I never traded volume in my 10 years of trading. So, and there's literally no information out there regarding trading volume in Renkos at all. And even the way that I'm trading volume, I couldn't find any data out there with how I trade volume. So I basically was starting from super scratch. um, I've traded with Renkos before in the past. The Renkos was not the problem. This has been my favorite bar type, but trading it with volume, I never done. So I struggled putting things together from January to May. And then in May, I started incorporating, wanting to know like where the POC of the entry bar was. Is it in the wick? Is it in the body? I didn't use a volume profile at all, so I did not know who was in control of the entry bar, of the POC, none of that. So then in July, I incorporated order flow so I could see inside of the bar. And from July until October 3rd, that's how I was trading. And I liked it, but there are a lot of moving parts to it. And trading order flow with small Renko sizes like I'm doing is too much. The POC moves too much. The volume profile builds too fast. So like I'm wanting it to be a trap, and as I'm clicking the button to get into it, after I'm into it, I realize it's no longer a trap. The buyers are still in control of the uptrend. It was just too much. And over time, my cheat sheet just got so complicated. I was like, bro, we got to do something different. We have to do something different here. So that is when I went back to the basics. October 4th was my first day trading, just strictly volume again. But when I went back and looked at my cheat sheet from back then, I realized the few components that were missing when I was attempting to do this for the 4 months that I was attempting to do it. So, however, every time I change strategies, or it's the same strategy, just using different components to enter the trade, or different rules. Every time I change, I don't really backtest. The most backtesting I'll do is like a week's worth of data. So that's kind of also why it takes me so long. It took me so long to put everything together because I just like gathering data as it comes. So I'll just write down what I think potential trades are, and then over time I'm like, all right, I see a specific pattern, like this could be a rule kind of thing. So, but we're here now. I'm good at this point. There's not much more back testing I can honestly do. Better now than later to complete. Exactly. Thank you so much. Maybe you was talking about the Amazon force and not the stock. Who you talking about? Wait a minute. Let me go back. Ooh, it's being verbally abusive. Ouch. You might mind your business next week till Thursday. That might be a good idea, actually. Yeah, what days to trade? Monday, Thursday, Friday. Some doofus and methodical shut was saying Amazon was up 7%. Not you thought gold was Russell Wilson type. Oh, let me lock this level. Not the Amazon. Come on, what are we doing? I can almost guarantee you, if I go back and look at that regular pullback, it's got to do with that level being there. Can almost guarantee it. But we'll see. It looks like we're just going to use this zone right here to as support and push up, but we could push through it though. Push through it and create a bigger pullback. We'll see. Right now it's resisting pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. Excuse me. All right. By the time that pulls back where I want it to be, that's going to be invalidated. Oh, we didn't pull back at all. All right, I'm gonna take a counter trend divergence trade. Maybe. All right, maybe not. Oh my God, please. Y'all, this is gonna drive me insane. That's so irritating. Like, so irritating. I didn't even want to be in the trade. I was taking it off. The oscillator didn't match. But this is why I'm only like doubling contracts on the TopStep account. This is exactly why right here. But it's all good. I'm not tripping. I need to get all my mistakes out of my system. Hopefully this is my last day. Hopefully. I think I was in double again on that. Was I? Oh, no. Thank goodness. I can't see the executions on my side, unfortunately. All right, I'm going to get in again. This one should be valid, so let's see what happens. Pretty much at this point, no matter how far it drops, I'm getting in. Oh. Well, flatten. Target field. I don't know if y'all saw, but nothing popped up on the screen. The stop loss and take profit. I am literally sick of that happening. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am sick of it because it keeps happening over and over and it's pissing me off. And somehow, some way, like the followers are getting the stop loss attached, but 198. But my leader is not, and I don't understand why. Is nothing going to work out today? Like, what the fuck? At least Applejacks can't stew in anger. I'm taking every setup. I'll just have to journal today and see what the hell. Today is not my day. What time is it? I might actually end up stopping. I'm not gonna lie. Do I want to stop? No, this is what I'll do. I'll just go back to one contract. It's no big deal. Hold on. I'm not worried about it. I have like probably like $1,500 in drawdown left, maybe. Yeah. All right, we'll go back to one contract for now. Isn't this nice? You get stopped out and then price drops 70 ticks. My patience gets tested. My patience. Close 98. Yeah, today is rough. Like, what the fuck is this? All right, I'm back to one contract on each. And I'm gonna stay there for now. Like market, what the hell? Today is the day of trades losing that normally don't. How nice. Like that trade I just lost that is setting up again right now. I literally just looked over those last night. It had no losses in the last month. 0. Zero. Is it gonna, and it's losing again. Y'all, this is so annoying. I'm not gonna lie. This is so annoying. All right, I'm done for the day. Um, I'm alpha. Yeah, I'm literally done. Cause even this trade that I just took, legit has not lost at all in a month. But this one hasn't lost, that one hasn't lost. And then look, I'm getting stopped out just for it to go. So yeah, I'm done for the day. I'll show you guys the accounts. I know my limits. And it's not even about losing, it's the fact that if I'm losing with setups that I have no data of it losing like this, I'm just done. Because I know when I'm in PAs, I am going to have a daily loss limit. I don't want to have a daily loss limit though on evals, because to me that you want to trade it like it's a PA, yes, but I don't want to have a daily loss limit, but I'm at my mental capacity limit. So yeah, I'm done. Done until after the election. I can't find a bias. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't get it. Yeah, I can't. All right, so um what's the most annoying is this account here was at like 1200, I think, in profit at one point. 1200 or somewhere around there. But I mean, I still have $1,800 left in it. Now the TopStep account is fucked because I was doubling contracts. Which I mean wasn't even like a false confidence, because based on the data that I have, that's what I should be risking. Um, but whatever. So there's $1,300 left in that particular account. And I'll just go back to one contract per trade next week. I don't really know if I'm gonna come back next week because I kind of have the same sentiment as you guys. Like I kind of probably would rather trade after the election, but I don't really know. So if y'all don't see me next week, that's why. It's not because today was super red. It's because I'm just gonna wait till after the election. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't really care about blowing the accounts right now. I'm not really worried about it, so we'll see. Based on today though, I might end up getting a second TopStep account just so I can have the two that are 2 weeks apart as far as billing goes, since the other one bills on the 15th. But we'll see. I'll let you guys know on Monday, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. When you have so, and a month's worth of data might not seem like a lot, but it is, especially because I've even gone back to like March, like different parts of the year, just to look at a couple of days, like, okay, still consistent, still consistent. The market conditions in March were totally different than they are now. And I even looked at data from like last September as well. Same consistent patterns. And I feel like the market this week, if I'm trading consistent volume patterns based on what I've noticed in the market, right? I don't feel like the patterns are as consistent right now because the election's next week. You know, the market's pretty weird right now. And I know it's not just me, like other people are saying the same shit. Even New just said the same thing. Um that he can't find a bias. So I just feel like I don't know. I don't really feel like being bothered. So yeah, we'll see. But if I don't see you guys in the beginning of next week, I will see you guys on Thursday. Just tape reading. This is my first time trading election time. Yeah, I don't really know if I traded around the election, the last election. I know I was in my personal account, but I don't really remember if I was trading at that time or if that's when I started to take like a small break again. I really don't know. But yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys sometime next week. I don't know when. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.